think he tried his best, but perhaps he was just a little short of luck. The excavator is rescuing the bulldozer stuck in the lake. The recovery is truly spectacular. This image reminds me of a father teaching his child while playing. The excavator is so powerful and full of masculinity. Just a little short of luck. An incident that no one could have anticipated. Luckily, nothing unfortunate happened. There was no one inside. It's remotely controlled, so there was a guy behind it. If you take a screenshot and zoom in, you can see the empty seat. Oh, is that a monster? It truly amazed me to see such a massive machine completely overturned. And when it was evacuated with brutal pulls, its weight of over 20 tons made the ground shake. I noticed a lack of experience in his handling, and this lesson is truly too costly for the mistakes made. It was truly terrifying. The grader operator accidentally buried his own machine in the dirt. I couldn't see any part of the tires anymore, and pulling it out with just one machine was definitely not easy. Always bring an excavator with you, and you won't have to worry about getting stuck. Oh, I can't believe it. Do you know how many times the excavator rolled? I just hope he wasn't seriously injured. A truly terrifying sight for excavator operators, like a buffalo trapped in a deep mud pit. The bottomless mud is truly a nightmare. The Kobelco SK 140LC excavator, weighing 20 tons, became the victim of this mud trap, unable to escape, creating a challenging ordeal for those trying to rescue it. Unbelievable. What am I watching? Is this a movie about broken love? Did he abandon his lover? Oh, how cruel he is. Nightmare. A sudden sinkhole appeared in the parking lot, swallowing and destroying the excavator. Fortunately, no one was injured, only the excavator that was nearby. However, the accident caused severe damage to the excavator, and it had to be sent to the factory for repairs. Sometimes accidents happen unexpectedly, and no one can foresee them. In 2020, during a construction accident in Florida, an excavator fell into the water. Fortunately, the operator survived. This video clearly shows the terrifying power of ice. The excavator is like a monster struggling against the harshness of nature. No matter how powerful the equipment is, it cannot escape the dominance of nature. A road roller was being pulled up from a cliff when the cable suddenly snapped. I thought disaster had struck, but luckily things weren't as bad as they seemed. The process was captivating and suspenseful every minute. Andrew's projects always have a unique appeal, starting off innocently, but in the end, through perseverance and determination, he overcomes challenges and achieves success. How terrifying would it be to see a road roller stuck in the mud, with its massive body like an elephant and its heavy drum like a giant man soaking in the mud? The failure of the graders didn't surprise me at all, but thanks to the power and flexibility of the excavator, the road roller was finally rescued. Be very careful in areas like this when operating an excavator, as rocks are materials that can easily cause the tracks to slip. It's truly dangerous. This can happen to anyone. Just like how cars often get into accidents because of water bottles or cups, the same goes for loose soil. You can tip over without even knowing what's coming. Just like what happened with this excavator.
ระวังกระจกเด้อเสียงคล้ายโอเคครับผมสวัสดีครับ
Every task we undertake, God watches over and evaluates our victories in the battles of our work. Today, I went on a rescue mission, but in the end, I got stuck myself. Regardless, I believe that every challenge brings lessons and opportunities for growth. Don't worry, my friend. When I can get down, I'll pull you up. That's a kind of heartfelt confession I can guess. Everyone will face difficulties when using these machines, especially wheel loaders, as they are more prone to getting stuck and harder to maneuver on rough roads. The key is to avoid letting the machine sink too deep. Otherwise, the rescue process will be extremely challenging.
ควรนะครับแล้วก็ฝาก FC ที่เข้ามา
The excavator operator is a woman, and I understand why the excavator ended up in this situation. It's really unfortunate. You've seen excavators successfully load themselves onto trailers many times, but it's not something simple. You need skill, and there's absolutely no room for error. Just one unnecessary spin, and the excavator immediately fails, ending up flipped on its back. Luckily, the operator wasn't injured after the fall. The truck driver's irresponsibility led to a serious accident involving the bridge. Instead of taking a detour, he drove his heavy truck over the fragile bridge, resulting in its collapse. The truck also had to be unloaded on the spot using an excavator. Although there were no injuries, this kind of negligence should not happen again.
จราจรมันไม่ใช่อะไรที่กำลังจะย่อ
បាទអីគ្រឿងចាក់មួយគ្រឿងនេះកាយរត់
देखो Hyundai इसको उठा रहे हैं
The Hyundai Excavator slid off the trailer, causing an accident on the road. After yielding to another vehicle passing by, the ground unexpectedly gave way, and the excavator fell off the truck, rolling onto the roadside. Locals have spoken out, claiming that contractors are deceiving them by constructing poor quality roads, which has led to multiple landslides and property loss.
पहली करवट बड़ी सावधानी से
The Zetter 7745 is a reliable companion in the field. With 75 horsepower, it helps me overcome many challenges in agricultural work. However, working in the forest is a completely different challenge, much harsher and more demanding. The Fenn accident while spreading manure is a reminder that even a tractor, a specialist tool in navigating mud, doesn't always win. Mud is very unpredictable, and when the tractor gets stuck, the hardship still remains for the farmers. Despite the tractor's power, sometimes natural conditions can still cause them to fail. A giant hand is controlling a 20-ton iron block stuck in a mud pit, as if it were just a simple task, thanks to the extraordinary power of the excavator. Whenever I see heavy machinery being lifted, I always feel excited, as if it's a remedy that heals all the wounds in my soul. I think he tried his best, but perhaps he was just a little short of luck.
โอเคครับเอาลงเสร็จไปกัน
The task of recovering the large Macho 320 truck that had fallen was no small challenge. Fellow workers helped each other, working hard to lift the truck. However, everything was damaged. The front of the truck and the side panels were completely gone. Repairing this vehicle will definitely be very costly.
พอแล้วพอละเดี๋ยวมันกว่ามัน เสียวโซขาดด้วยไปเนาะคลิปนี้ก็พอไว้เพียงแค่นี้ครับผมขอบคุณที่แล้ว
Wow, this bulldozer driver is really brave. I thought it would be an excavator doing that, but it's actually the bulldozer. The soil layer is very soft and he could get stuck at any moment.
Sunken excavator. Next to the construction site, they had to put down poles taller than 10 meters to reach.
In Stockholm, Sweden, 2 excavators got stuck in deep mud. One of them, weighing 35 tons, was working on removing a section of a temporary construction road. After completing half of the work, the excavator suddenly sank into the green clay. This was a tense situation because this type of clay can cause heavy vehicles to sink deeply and become hard to recover.
ไม่รู้ว่าจะมีวิธีการช่วยแบบไหนครับเดี๋ยวติดตามดูครับกันเบอร์ 4 นี่ให้มากับนะปกตินะพงจะกับกันนี้ครับ
Have you ever encountered this situation while driving a bulldozer? The blade got caught on a rubber tree stump. What an awkward yet funny situation. He had to give a strong push to free himself. It's surprising that even a tree stump can catch a bulldozer. The toughest evacuation of a 30-ton excavator from a swamp. I've never seen a rescue operation with such complex terrain. I'm really impressed with this video. It's truly a formidable competitor to Mars. The rescue team was very professional. Everything was done precisely, with no show-off or unnecessary complications. It's amazing to witness professionals in their field.
Трос оторвали короткий.
Thanks to the person who came up with the idea of installing a crane on a snowmobile. It's the perfect combination of MTLB and a brilliant idea. This makes the rescue operation much easier compared to the traditional towing method on ice. The Russians are truly amazing.
Ахуй!
На них гонял? На МТЛБ как гонял? А, на БМП. О, вода пошла от кузова. Зимних, 2018 год. Чего стоят наши бульдозера? Шантуя вытаскивает. Опа.
Recovering machinery in these conditions is truly harsh. I've witnessed many incidents, and only those with experience, who have spent years in the freezing cold, can lift them with ease. If you haven't been through it, it's hard to fully understand these challenges.
Я так думаю. Оба-на! Пошло! Пошло! Эй! Вытащили бульдозер. Вот! Вот она смекалка! В здешнем, блин, реалити-шоу. Да, Серег?
Да, давай сейчас вот эти
A situation that seemed harmless, but was actually very challenging for the truck hauling the 20-ton excavator. One of the wheels got stuck deep in the mud, causing the truck to risk tipping over. You can't ignore the recovery process. There was a lot of concern in this situation. Excellent technique in recovering the bulldozer stuck in deep mud. The professional operator, working on soft, sinking ground, had all the equipment ready to handle the worst-case scenario. The skills, combined with well-equipped machinery, ensured a smooth operation, yet it was still quite captivating. It's incredible. The largest and most powerful machinery, the heavy-duty Volvo excavator, got stuck in the mud. Support from another excavator on site took over an hour to help it get out of the deep sinking area. It's hard to believe that such equipment can get stuck. It's almost as if it's clinging to the ground, making everything incredibly frustrating. The sand truck got stuck in a hole caused by a road collapse due to a broken drain under the weight of the 20-ton truck. The JCB 3DX carried out the rescue. At first, using the bucket to push was unsuccessful, but later it used the excavator's bucket to lift the truck and help it get out. Benz truck was stuck so badly that it couldn't move, with a heavy load of 20 tons, requiring immediate unloading. To prevent it from tipping over, 2 bulldozers were brought in to provide stability. Then powerful pushes were applied to help the Benz truck escape from the hole it had created itself. I remember working in Sangyang-bakun, where logging was truly terrifying. Living in a forest untouched by humans, cutting down trees was exhausting, and getting stuck in the mud was a nightmare. It felt like a challenge meant for strong men.
นี่ก็มาดูภารกิจกู้ภัยรถเกรดนะพี่น้องเดี๋ยวเฟืองมันจะรูดนะครับก็จำเป็นนะครับแต่ถ้าค่อยๆดึงดูจังหวะดูอะไรก่อนก็พอ
The motor grader fell into a soft hole right in the middle of its wheels, and all the efforts of the road roller seemed useless. Its pulling force reminded me of an ant trying to drag an elephant. However, when the excavator arrived, I felt completely reassured.
Oh, มิดโอ้ขึ้นแล้วขึ้นแล้วขึ้นแล้วขึ้นแล้วอ๋อขึ้นแล้ว
This is the rescue of a more than 20-ton excavator stuck in a deep mud pit. A beautiful camera angle and the grandeur of the rescue equipment make this a must-watch for machinery enthusiasts. I am very impressed with the rescue team. They operate like experts with a precise and effective plan.
Đang gỡ hàm ra sụp. Xe này xe cố này.
That is a harvester in trouble while descending onto a barge, nearly falling into the river. The situation is extremely tense. In Vietnam during the rice harvest season, harvesters must be transported from outside to the fields by barge, and it is easy to encounter dangerous situations like this.
Móc thùng rồi. ngồi xuống máy rồi. Rồi.
พอมาสู่ 8M0 นะครับ นี่ครับ โอ้ท่านผู้ชมครับแรงมันดีจริงๆฮะแม่ง่ายจริงๆเลยโอ้แรงดีฮะ
The advantage of construction work is that you can operate machines anywhere without worrying about getting stuck, because larger machines will pull you out, or sometimes multiple machines working together. However, you might also face criticism if you are an inexperienced operator and lack responsibility in your work.
กิโลเมตรต่อชั่วโมงครับท่านผู้ชมบอกว่าเรียบร้อยโอ้แม่รอดเอารอดหรือเปล่าฮะลองดูผมก็ไม่เคยเห็นนะมาเดี๋ยวท่านผู้ชมแม่สุดโอ้ยเดี๋ยวรอรถมาลากครับนะ
A truck slipped and fell into the canal. However, I don't understand why it fell, as the road seemed to be in good condition. Was the driver drunk or what? Well, let's see how they managed to pull it up.
ให้ลงมาก่อนครับ มาแล้วครับเรียบร้อยครับ
It's a tough job, but it's challenging and exciting. If you succeed, you'll feel very satisfied. This was my passion when I was young. Heavy vehicles getting stuck always had a special appeal to everyone, especially to strong men. Unbelievable. One of the most impressive videos I've ever seen. Do you believe the truck could be pulled up? No one could believe it because it seemed impossible. But with the power of teamwork, they successfully pulled up the truck carrying massive air pipes in just 12 hours.
Rốt xếp đi. ตอนนี้เกี่ยวได้เท่าไหร่
The road was narrow and the truck reversed too far to the left, causing both the harvester and the cargo truck to tip over, resulting in damage and a terrible scene. Do you know that the recovery process is also a major issue, as the road is difficult to access with large equipment?
เอาหมุนมาไม่พอหรือเปล่าโอ้ติดฝั่งนี้หมดแล้วไปเลยพี่หักล้อเลยพี่ขึ้นแล้วขึ้นแล้วแจ๋วเอาเดินไปเรื่อยเดินเลย
เคเรียบร้อยครับ
โอ้โหเหนื่อยควรนะครับแล้วก็
A close-up of the Hitachi UH-07 and UN-025 excavators rescuing the UH-045 excavator that had tipped over while descending onto the barge. Luckily, it hadn't completely fallen into the river. The rescue was incredibly intense, requiring precision and careful calculations. In the end, the machine was successfully recovered.
โอ้โหเหนื่อยควรนะครับแล้วก็ ฝาก FC ที่เข้ามา
The Benz truck carrying 25 tons of rocks overturned, and I can already guess that it will be severely damaged. The excessive load will mercilessly destroy it. However, on the construction site, this is necessary for the job. But I just want to mention the excavator operator. He is amazing and highly professional in the rescue operation. He has probably done this many times before. I really admire the professionalism of this Cambodian bulldozer operator. From detailed planning to excellent rescue maneuvers, he is truly impressive. I think he should open a class on rescuing excavators and heavy machinery like this, so that many people can learn and gain experience from him. Do you see what this bulldozer is doing? It is designed to push soil, but its main job is actually to push heavy dump trucks weighing dozens of tons through the muddy road. It is an indispensable vehicle for the movement of these trucks.
Got a blade on there.
Oh yeah.
So if we can find where the cable's hooked to the blade, then we're gonna hook the winch from the 5 ton to that, pull it, and just see if it'll.
The bulldozer was buried under a 1-meter layer of soil after the 2010 flood, weighing 12 tons. I have never seen a bulldozer buried so terribly before. This was an enormous challenge for the rescuers, as the grip of the mud and soil was unbelievably intense.
Oh, hey, bud.
Bit of angle.
I once worked with an excavator. While I was lifting a 3-ton load, a hydraulic hose suddenly burst. High-pressure oil immediately formed a mist around the machine, and the entire excavator caught fire. I escaped at the last moment, and the excavator, along with the cargo, was completely burned within about 5 minutes. Fortunately, nothing happened to me, and the forest didn't catch fire either.
How's it work? Yeah, dude, but it's not gonna set the woods on fire and you ain't saving it, so.น่าจะเป็นตัวดีตัว200ครับตัว200ครับเริ่มขึ้นแล้วครับ
Oh, this is probably the first time I've seen a grader being moved onto a trailer. It was guided by a Komatsu PC200 excavator. That image reminded me of a child being led by their father. Quite impressive, right?
Oh, ควรนะครับแล้วก็ฝาก FC ที่เข้ามา
The way the experts freed the B10 bulldozer with a damaged transmission system, although I'm not an expert on bulldozers, I feel that their approach might not have been the smartest option. Perhaps they will have to spend a significant amount of money to repair the machine. What do you think about this solution?
ส่วนตรงกลางครับระหว่างรถวินกับท่อนมะพร้าว5 เส้น
The Kobelco SK200 excavator weighs about 20 tons, requiring powerful towing equipment and relentless patience. What impressed me the most was the persistence of the Thai workers as they patiently rescued the excavator in rainy, windy weather. The sight of them continuously striving, despite the hardships and challenges, is truly a testament to the strength and resilience of these strong men.
Заебись!
The Kamaz truck fell through the ice. This work is truly admirable, as it's a long process that requires a lot of effort to rescue the vehicle submerged under the ice. Well done, everyone. I can't say we could pull it out without causing any damage in this situation.
Учим. Перед эвакуацией 55-ки. История. Сейчас ребята там все. Поедет, ребята, я вам говорю. Да так никогда. О, все, будьте здрасте на улице. Какая реакция какая-то произойдет. Что-то произойдет, в общем.
I have to admit, his skills are impressive. But for the excavator operator, is this maneuver really necessary? Or is he just showing how to damage a tipping excavator? I really love heavy equipment. The operators have great skills, and the sound of the engine is truly impressive. However, the ice and snow are really harsh. They act like a lubricant, causing the tracks to slip out of control. The bulldozer has been out of order and lying on the mountain for over a year, seemingly forgotten with its 10-ton metal frame. This is definitely a major issue if you want to move it. However, today it got lucky when experts were found, and the journey to move it will begin. Will they be able to rescue it successfully? Stay tuned to the video for the details. On the smooth asphalt road, the dump truck flipped in an unbelievable way, leaving me wondering about the cause. Could he have been drunk while driving? I've witnessed many dump truck overturns, but most of them happen at construction sites with sinking ground or during unloading. This is a horrific accident involving a container truck. The truck overturned and the container was deformed, reflecting the severity of the crash. The mini crane tried to flip the truck back, but it seemed a bit rough. The B-10M bulldozer, launched in the 1970s in Russia, is an icon of power and durability in the construction and mining industries. What do you think about using a bulldozer to remove tree stumps? It's really not the best choice, right?
Вода бежит. Лопасти не погнет.
Pulling a 10-ton bulldozer that is no longer operational is not as easy as you might think. It's just a block of metal that won't move. The excavator operator is an extremely skilled driver, and he expertly pulled the bulldozer out of the hole. In war movies, this bulldozer can pull how many artillery pieces? While tanks remain stationary, it still crosses the swamp and drags them along. This is the technique of victory. It truly deserves a place in a museum next to the T-34.
Đẹp rồi.
Look at them. It's like they're playing in a swamp, almost like a children's movie. Muddy and then pushing, repeating the same scene over and over again. That's a summary of a day in the life of loggers. Really interesting.
Lò na cứ mấy mút lên phải không? Để rồi ta lè phải nó đi trai, nó lên nó mà mút mà lên. Để cái bàn tay phải không? Người ta đâu cái này có thôi đi không?
The 25-ton dump truck overturned while driving down a slope after loading dirt. Although the driver was not seriously injured, he was still taken to the hospital. The accident happened unexpectedly, serving as a reminder to all drivers and equipment operators to always perform thorough safety checks. A heavy-duty truck lost control and fell into a ditch. Fortunately, the truck was empty, so the rescue operation wasn't too complicated. With just a few pulls from the JCB, the truck was safely brought back up. The cause of the accident was the driver falling asleep at the wheel.
И будем пробовать пытаться выехать вперед, его вытащить.
An operator sank 2 bulldozers in the swampy clay. I can't understand how, despite having 20 years of experience operating bulldozers, he let something like this happen. A bulldozer was called in, but it was powerless against this terrifying sight.
По чуть-чуть идет. Надежда. Газуй, Нури. О. Вот сейчас когда...
When working, we crawl everywhere, from high peaks, slippery slopes, to jumping over ditches and cliffs. We don't realize it, but when we have to climb onto a low vehicle, it's a disaster. It feels so awkward. Even though we've climbed all sorts of vehicles, every time it still feels like the first time. Anyone else experience this?
Главное, когда заезжаешь, нужно серьезно.
The Belarus MTZ 1025.1 is a powerful tractor with 100 horsepower, ideal for agricultural work and hauling wood in the swamp. With its durable design, stable performance, and fuel efficiency, it is like a mighty butcher in the damp forest, ready to overcome any challenge. If it's that wet, I wouldn't go in there, and I definitely wouldn't use such large containers. They're really being too reckless. Hey, stop it! The tractor is not immune to mud. It can swallow everything and cause serious damage. Look at how they rescued the tractor that fell from the cliff. They chose a very interesting rescue method. I thought it would be easier to pull the tractor up with a cable through a tow hook. However, they also built a new road to access it. Truly impressive. This bulldozer has been stuck in the swamp for 2 years. Can we recover it? The video follows a team as they attempt to salvage the D8 bulldozer, which has been trapped in the swamp for 2 years. The team faces challenges with the terrain and equipment, but they are determined to get the bulldozer out. The power of the TT4 is truly impressive. We successfully towed the Kamaz 4,310 loaded with wood, a big challenge, but this tractor showed no hesitation. With its powerful engine and stable performance, the TT4 easily overcame all difficulties, proving its strength and durability in heavy-duty tasks. Oh, look at the stunt modified Ford 4610 towing that enormous trailer 3 times the size of an elephant. It looks like it's pulling a house across the field. I'm not a tractor expert, but just looking at it makes me feel quite uneasy. However, he treats it like a toy, handling the tractor with absolute confidence, which I can't help but admire. I've never seen a rescue team with so many excavators. Do you know what's under that mud? A large crowd gathered on the banks of the Woodford/Ernst Shannon waterway, where the 30-ton Atlas 1702 excavator, which had been 15 feet deep in the Fermanagh wetlands since 1992, was finally lifted.
Yeah.
And this year, hey, there's a lot of money.
I know. How many tons you got on there?
There's about
A truck got stuck in the mud at a farm in Fillmore, Utah. The rescue team, under the command of Jackknife Jim, had to use various heavy-duty equipment and techniques to rescue the truck. Despite challenges from the soft ground and cables snapping due to the tremendous weight, the rescue team remained determined to complete the mission.
I never understood it. That's why I never.
In weather conditions and soil moisture like this, it's foolish to dig deep with a cultivator or dig from top to bottom. Oh my, you still have a lot to learn. There are things you don't need to do. It would be much better that way.
Odejdź, odejdź. Na bok.
Tak, Pawla strhla krajnice.
I'm truly moved by your story. 2 years ago, I encountered a similar situation when my logging truck tipped into a ditch. Luckily, no one was injured, and everything was fine thanks to the help of those around me. The most important thing is safety and the support we give each other. I hope you all stay safe and strong as you overcome any challenges. This year's wood harvesting trip has been much harder than in previous years. We had to struggle a lot just to sit by the warm fireplace in the winter. Firewood may not be the most valuable thing, but winter truly needs it to stay warm and bring comfort during the cold days.
Już jest po nas.
At the tractor exhibition, MTZ, Jums, DT, and Belarus, the old-timers, proved their durability and strength over the years. Despite being quite old, they can still pull well and compete with newer generations like Klaas. These machines are not only symbols of power, but also a testament to the remarkable development in the tractor industry. The best moments of the 2018 Ursus 1614 were overshadowed by an unfortunate incident. A friend of mine bought the red tractor from Ryszard Golkowski. After the overhaul, everything seemed fine, but when removing the oil pan, they discovered a broken foot held by a bolt and pin. While transporting manure, the tractor started knocking and the oil pressure dropped. In the end, it had to be towed home to avoid serious damage. A valuable lesson in being cautious when purchasing a tractor. Dismantling a truck full of old items, dismantling 2 campers, and moving a car, I felt like I was watching a children's cartoon. But I was really impressed with how he accurately estimated the size of the dumpster, including the scrap he loaded into the garbage truck. Everything was perfect, filled to the brim without spilling over. Truly amazing. Two giant tractors are struggling to plow the land. The John Deere 6420 and John Deere 6330 are trying to navigate through a deep pit, their heavy wheels spinning in the mud. Despite their power, even these machines face a major challenge when the soil conditions become difficult.
Hey! Nawet nie dygnął. O!
As you can see, even if you have equipment worth millions of dollars, nothing can replace common sense. A combine harvester will suffer a nervous breakdown when it has to cut a ditch dug through the field. It's interesting to witness such mistakes, but it's also the hardship of the farmer.
Poszła, mamy to. Ja pierdzielę. Dobra, jeszcze jeden traktor nam został do...
Fence mistake. The attempt to pull it out was unsuccessful. I had anticipated this failure of the tractor. The mud layer is very soft, and if we keep trying, it could become the next victim. The excavator is like a handsome guy with a strong arm and reliable tracks. The mini excavator was like a mischievous child, making the mistake of overestimating itself without realizing how dangerous the hole was. In the end, it had to rely on the larger excavator, like a father, to guide it out. Congratulations! What a fantastic rescue effort. For the excavator operator, saving the bulldozer was an incredibly significant task. Though I am American, I am very impressed by the way Cambodians handle machinery. They have the knowledge and determination to carry out tasks like this. I have also watched many videos from around the world about machine operations, and that makes me appreciate their skills even more. I've lost count of how many times I've seen dump truck rescues like this, from day to night, using rickety excavators and underpowered flat cranes. You'd think someone would be smart enough to invest in at least one heavy-duty truck recovery service and make some money off these so-called professional drivers. Your real luck was that the bulldozer didn't roll down the hill after you and crush you. This is also a wake-up call for operators working in dangerous areas. Anyone can encounter such a situation when the edge of a ditch collapses, causing the excavator to tilt to one side. Fortunately, the ditch was not too deep, but recovering the machine required assistance from another excavator. Luckily, there was no property damage.
Rusak lah kebun bapak awak ini lah. Terus, udah nggak apa-apa itu, gas aja. Kayak kubangan dulu ya.
The Cat D8 bulldozer is equipped with a powerful 354 horsepower engine and weighs between 22 and 24 tons, making it ideal for construction and mining projects. With its agile mobility and outstanding features, the Cat D8 is the optimal choice for heavy-duty work. One comment said, "Shoot more situations like this. It really excites me. These machines fascinate me, especially when they're stuck in the mud." That's a good point, but no one wants to get stuck while working because it slows down progress and increases costs. An excavator was working in Hagen when it suddenly slipped into the water and tipped over. A rapid recovery operation was launched using a crane from Lenny to rescue the excavator. This was a challenging effort, as the recovery range was quite far from the riverbank. However, after 5 hours, the excavator was finally brought to shore safely. Two machines got stuck in the same pond, and I can't understand how they became so seriously stuck. The mud was over a meter deep, making it impossible for either machine to get through. Did he end up burying himself there? It took $200 for the rescue and a full 3 hours.
Oh, down he goes. Oh my. That is one.
It was absolutely horrific. Everything was submerged in mud, and it felt like he was lying in the middle of a pond that had just been drained. This was truly the worst stuck situation I've ever witnessed. But fortunately, everyone was kind and helped him out, and it took the whole day for the vehicle to finally escape that dangerous predicament.
Look at that. Ground just pumping.
เอาออกเลยตอนนี้
When working, always remember that safety is the most important factor. Machine operators need to be fully aware that this type of machine has a great height, but a narrow base, making it prone to tipping and overturning. Even for beginners, it's crucial to carefully assess every situation, as sometimes that is their most valuable asset.
อ๋อลากแบบนี้นะครับเรือนี้ประคองไว้นะครับไปครับ
Skills are great when you specialize in a particular job, but when you're forced into doing that job, it becomes really challenging. It feels like you're a child learning to walk, while others are already running. I believe these people are just victims of this incident.
Ах ты, блядь! А такой ты на небо не улетишь! Ура! Почти! Все, слава.
Oh, what are they doing with their bulldozer? In a place like this, even someone with little experience like me can guess it's going to sink deeply. But I didn't expect that two machines would end up stuck in the mud. Someone should advise him to go back and relearn how to operate a bulldozer properly. The excavator ran into trouble while trying to cross the river, and little did they know how dangerous the sinking of the channel would be. As you can see, they had to drain the water to recover it, just like scooping fish from a pond. I want to remind him that before wading through water, he should carefully scout the area and not be too overconfident. Is this road really meant for vehicles to travel on? It's more like a mud stream on the mountain. The road is so narrow that only one vehicle can pass at a time, and the mud is 30 centimeters deep, making it difficult for even the tractors to get through. What happened with the bulldozer and the hempt? This is one of my favorite videos of all time. The snow vehicle managed to get through a road that seemed impossible. It's hard to believe watching the challenging journey on the snowy path, but in the end, everyone succeeded.